When the Wolves won the Calder Cup in 2008, they almost didn't make it out of the third round against the tough Rockford team.
Rockford was, I think, the toughest opponent, but you waltzed through four games to win against the Marlies and then Wilkes-Barre. Very good team you didn't see all year, but
well, you know what though,
a great victory with great guys.
We scouted them though. Yeah. They were a strong team. We scouted them. I really believe in my heart we could beat them.
It was a very stock team, and again, going into it, felt extremely confident. We were going to do something. This is going to be a special team. We go to play Rockford, and Rockford had their own stock team, and quite honestly, that probably was the championship.
Oh, what a solid team. I mean, Pavy was our goalie, right?
The draw penalty. Put it out front, skinny right in. Oh, what a save by Pavlik. What a save by Pavlik. A spectacular full-out stretch.
We had Krogger, Hadar, Sturls.
Hadar looks for Kwiatkowski up on the plate. Take over it. Kwiatkowski, 25 seconds in. Krog makes it 1-0. The Krog. Now Pilot front of the net. The Krog. Comes Krog into the zone. He's got Sterling on the left side. Oh, he scores! I thought he put it over top of the net. Brett Sterling, a perfect shot to the top corner.
Artie Kulda was a young kid at that time and had a really good season.
Get it out. Here's Kulda, long shot. Did they score? A wrister from 19-year-old Arthur Kulda has put the Wolves in front. Look at the kid. Look at the smile on the kid. There's his first pro goal, and it comes at a very opportune time in the playoffs.
The sense of competition was so fierce that year that it even extended to practice. For one member of the coaching staff, the consequences were bloody.
That was the first year, too, Wendell got his first stitches. That's true. He was on the bench.
I've never been cut in my life by hockey. Never. Being a goalie, never
You
been
got
cut.
out of the way of them, right?
I got it. Yeah, that's the whole thing. That's I did a good job some nights getting out of the way of the puck.
I don't recall. I blacked out completely. We were, we were in Canada someplace, I can't remember, in the playoffs, probably the last game in that playoff, and a bunch of us were playing a little 3-on-3 Black A's game. I think Wendell might have been playing or refereeing or all of the above.
We make it a big thing, and there's a big series of the extra players, and they play against each other. It gets pretty heated, and there's sometimes there's money on the line and pride. It goes to Game 7, controversial goal.
And my team ended up losing.
We got a garbage can made up like a trophy, and I present it, and I've got white gloves on, the whole deal, like the Stanley Cup, and we present it, and Stevie Martins is just livid because he's such a competitive guy.
The story goes, I think, I was very happy with the outcome, and I made kind of a fun, lighted gesture of, throwing my stick or maybe even slamming my stick on the ice. Little did I know that Wendell was behind me when I turned around, and I kind of tomahawked him right on the head for I think 7 or 8 stitches.
He misses the trophy, and it comes right around and slices me right across here. And I go down, and I fell backwards. And luckily, because the guys that won it threw their gloves up like they won the real championship, and I fell back, and my head hit one of the gloves. If I had missed, if the glove wasn't there, I would have split my head open, and I was sliced here. Like I spent seriously months with stitches on my face as a coach, and all 3 of them from our own players.
I'm sure he'll play that one up even more. And he'll say I cut him open here and there, and I purposely did it, but it was all accident, somewhat.
For Steve Martins, the series and win was especially significant because he began his career as a rookie with the Wolves in 1998, winning the Turner Cup, and then came back in 2008 as a veteran to win the Calder Cup.
First year I was here, we won a championship.
Yeah.
Then the last year he was here, we won a championship. It was like we've gone through a player's career.
Obviously, I was a young buck back then, and I was an older geezer, I guess that they'd say, in '08. But yeah, very competitive, very good. Almost maybe, I'm not sure which was the better team, but both were probably, 2 of the better teams I've ever played on at the minor league level.
The team won the championship on June 10th, exactly 3 years to the day that they had been eliminated from the finals against the Philadelphia Phantoms in 2005.
We lost on June 10th in 2005, but we won on June 10th in 2008.
That's pretty cool.
2008.
I don't want to hear about
The losses. I know you don't want to hear about the losses. What's a higher or lower? Losing is a lower, or winning is a higher? there's a rebound.
What do you mean?
Like what hurts you more?
Oh, the sense of
does the loss hurt you
The
more?
sense of loss is always greater than the sense of gain.
We don't like to lose. We try whatever we can to win. Winning is beautiful, but losing is very, very painful.
The point is that as long as you're here, you may as well win.
We're very competitive people and very competitive
There are
organization.
people that don't like confrontation in the same
I know,
way.
but
It's
they
the
don't
same
want
way.
to. But they want to win, but they don't want to pay the price, and they don't want to have the
Remember
heartache. They don't want to have the heartache.
Roosevelt, Dare Greatly. Everybody knows that poem, right? Dare Greatly. Only those that have entered the field of battle know the success or the failure.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
only those timid souls that have never entered the battlefield don't know.
Yep, exactly.
You
don't
can't.
know.
It's a great quote.
The win was an incredible feeling of accomplishment for everyone in the organization.
You know, first of all, I think people misunderstand what we as broadcasters for the Wolves feel and where our heart lays. And we really want to win, too, as much as the players do. We're not in that aspect or in that field as a player, as a coach or management, but we want to win, too. And I'll never forget 05. I thought, this team is unbelievable. There's no way we're going to lose. And when we did, that hurt. I think my last comment was, the best team won, but the better team lost, was my comment. And I really felt that way. So then in 08 to win, and I really knew after the Rockford series, I thought this was the year because I just thought this team was unbelievable. Again, I don't think people realize how we feel. I think, you know, because I try to be as unbiased as possible. I call it as I see it. I try to be fair, but I also call it both ways. But I really, you know, people don't understand where my heart does lie. And
No, I think the people here know.
well, I think so too. But I think if you're to turn it on, you might say, "Well, what's he talking about?" And I've had that before with people asking
what
me.
sucks
but-
for you guys though? After the win, you still got to finish the broadcast where everybody else is filing on the ice.
Well, I was down. Yeah, that's the truth.
You just went, here, Pat, it's up to you.
I'm going down and drink out the cup.
When the clock hit 0, that moment was just for the guys.
Wolves win! The cup cometh to Chicago again!
But the celebration after became about family, as it so often does in this organization.
In 08, having a family, albeit young, was pretty special too, and so it was a different mindset for me. Having him go on the ice with me afterward was pretty special as well. So, you know, people always ask me which was better. They were both really special. Obviously, the first one's always going to, you know, stay in your memory for many, many years, especially I was young and having played with some great players back then. But the second one was special too, just because I had the family around, and you know, having it the fourth time to win it as an organization is pretty special as well in a different league.
I wasn't a part of it, but I was a part of the opening night when you hung the 2008 championship, and to hear Van Halen and the Calder Cup is ascending into the sky, and just the proudness of the organization from people that work their tails off behind the scenes in the ticket department, the game operations, putting everything together, you know, and a few returning players, you know, new coaching staff, but Kevin Cheveldayoff is there. I mean, everyone just so proud of that moment and getting a chance to see everyone kind of relive it one final time before they turn their attention to the new season. I mean, I think that's something that sticks out. I don't want to say jealousy, but something that, boy, I sure hope that real soon that I'm able to experience that, because it sure looked like a heck of a lot of fun.
Tune in next time as Daring Greatly continues to chart the history of the Chicago Wolves in this exclusive docu-series.